today's video is a Burda Style magazine edition, and if you're interested, please stay tuned. Hi, welcome to my channel. Josie here and
Hila. Hi.
From Saturday Night Stitch. And it is Josie, and on this channel we document everything sewing related. But for a special edition today, I have a guest. If you're wondering, she's my bubble. I've not yet had anyone come into my house, so she's my bubble. At least I will know during track and trace wherever anything can have come from. But
yeah, we're bubbling. We're bubble buddies, and we are Burda buddies. Bubble and Burda buddies. Doing a video that's like a tongue twister.
A tongue twister, yeah. So we thought we'd record for you an interesting video about Burda Style magazines, comparisons, our sewing plans. If you know a bit, if you love Burda Style magazines, I'm so sure you know Hila, you know how much she loves them, how she talks about them, how she has collected so many, even the vintage copies, and she's wrapped it up for me. In all honesty, I've bought them since 2012, but buying is different from sewing with them. They are two different hobbies. You can collect the magazines, you don't have to sew up with them. That's a different story altogether. But she inspired me 2 years ago to sew my very first one. And she has actually spoiled me a bit by helping me trace out a few that are more complicated. So I've been sorted. And we thought we'd come to you today with a different one. Hila, what do you want us to talk about today?
Okay, so first of all, I want to talk about the joys of bringing the two hobbies together of buying sewing magazines and actually using your sewing magazines and bring them into alignment, because then you get double the joy. Okay, so you know, you want to sew with your sewing pattern magazines, and Josie here is a great example of how much fun it is once you actually dip your toes into trying to sew. And you've increased your collection since you actually started sewing with them, right?
Yeah,
exactly. So fun times all around. And we're gonna talk very briefly about the differences between the German issue and the English language issue, because that's a question I get asked a lot when I do the browse through, because some people are like, why does mine have a different cover? So we're going to explain a little bit about why they are, the differences that they are, and why there's a difference in price as well, because we're looking at the prices
and comparing them.
So we're going to talk about that, and then we're going to have a look through the August issue. Okay, so you may be wondering why we chose the August issue, because so far for me the August issue has been outstanding. It's been
it actually has good
of the year, and within the Burda community and even within the comments on my channel, even most of the hardcore Burda fans who don't like the modern stuff have agreed that this August issue was a good and a decent one. So we got a lot of sewing plans. I've already sewn 2 things.
Already? Actually, Hila receives the German issue, which comes out, I think, a month before we receive the issues in the UK. So she goes ahead of most of us, so I get to see whatever is in there, and I always see if it's worth buying. If it's not, I know I can always borrow her copy. That's why we are Burda buddies. Because it is quite useful to get a sense of what's in the magazine, especially if you don't have a subscription. It is a big deal to make the decision to buy 12 issues of a magazine in advance, and you're going to be getting those magazines regardless of whether you like them or not. Oh no, once I don't want this one, no, you'll get everything. Exactly.
So I remember really wanting to see the magazine first before making the decision to buy it. So this is the German issue of the magazine.
And this is the British UK issue. Actually, the colors match my dress. The English version, actually. This is the English version. This is the same issue that I think that's sold in the US. And
so mine is the German one. Okay. So we are going to very quickly talk about the differences between these two issues.
This actually, just in case you forgot to mention, this is August 2020 issues. They're different. German issue, English version. So do you want to go first? Because yours came first.
Okay, so obviously they have a different cover on it, and they use different colors to match the picture that they have chosen on there. So when we were flipping through it with Josie, what was very clear was that this has got more ads in it. And when I say ads, I mean things like, for example, we have an ad for lactase enzymes for those people that might be lactose intolerant. Yeah, see here.
Oh, that was in yours. Why did I think it was in mine?
Yeah, okay. And so for instance, there's an ad here for Triumph bras and underwear. So the German issue definitely has got more of a fashion, a women's lifestyle fashion magazine feel to it. So you've got like a skincare editorial here where they share with you different types of skincare. So sometimes it can be makeup, or sometimes it can be perfume. So that's one of the biggest differences between the content within the magazines themselves.
And this one has no adverts whatsoever. There are no adverts, no.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that is. I might need to do some research into that. Now, the second big difference is the binding on the magazines themselves. So see if we can show you.
Let's put it close, but I hope it can be seen.
So no offense to the English translation one, but this has got the cheaper binding. So in publication terms, I can't remember exactly what this is called, but the German one has got the saddle stitch binding.
This one just has staples. If you can see, just 2 staples to hold everything in the middle together. Yeah.
So this is a cheaper way of producing a magazine, whereas this is a more expensive way of producing a magazine. And if you look at a magazine stand, you'll find that your more higher quality magazines, like your Vogues, they will have this
kind of binding.
What
do they call it?
A saddle stitch.
Saddle stitch, yeah.
And it's got like a thick chunk of glue here which keeps the pages in place.
This one doesn't have any of that.
And it's got a very solid spine. You can't just bend the spine. You have to put in a lot of effort.
Which you would do with this very easily without any help.
Like bends very, very easily. But why I love and prefer the German issue over anything else is that you've got the spine visibility. So with my books, and I tell this to my kids every time.
Yeah, you can be able to read and know which issue it is, just in case you arrange them in that order.
So I'm always banging on at my kids when I get them to sort of the library, like the books in the library. I'm like, always spine side out. You have to be able to see what the book is. You cannot think.
With this, you have to pull out everything to see. Like,
exactly. So these ones, they've got much better shelf appeal.
Yes.
And they're easier to see and easier to sort of pick out which one you want. So this is why these are also more expensive than.
This comes off at £6.50,
and this one is £8.30 an issue. So you're paying extra for the higher quality, a higher finish. And then also on the inside, the pattern sheets are just stapled
in the middle. Mine are stapled in the middle. This is the English version. Okay. In the very middle of the pages. Yeah.
Whereas in the German issue, you've got the supplement. Ooh. It's like a mini magazine within the magazine,
which you can pluck out actually.
Yes. So it's got a perforation here, and you can pull it out. I'm not going to do that because I like to preserve my magazines, but if I do get to a point where space is an issue, and I want
to, which will definitely happen.
And I want to keep the magazine itself separate from the instructions and the line drawings. I can just pull this out, and then I've got the little magazine. And
because everything is intact.
So my pattern sheets are out because I've actually been sewing out of this. But you see here, this is made out of premium magazine glossy card. So the cover itself as well is nice and solid. So I could, in principle, have just these little booklets,
because it has the designs at the back.
Because you've got all of the designs on there, and you've got all of the line drawings
and instructions
on there.
Oh, brilliant.
And all of the instructions are in there. So you've got the supplement. So you are paying for this extra
yeah,
with
it's
the German issue magazine.
If you can understand the language, if you're struggling to understand the instructions,
you don't need to understand the language. You
coming from an expert of Burda magazine, some of us struggle with the instructions. So the least we can do is go to another language, then get a translator up on your phone to try and read it. I'm like, no, I'd rather go for this, but I would rather have the premium version, but in English.
Well, just, the way I see it, right, is that the English instructions are nearly just as bad as just, you know, there might as well be another language anyway.
Yeah, and you use your head to figure out.
Plus, you get the opportunity to learn different languages. My sewing German is getting a lot better now. Yeah, I can't speak it very well, but I recognize the terms and stuff.
German.
Yes. Okay, so we're gonna dive into seeing
our picks, because this is to motivate me who doesn't sew much with it, to select patterns that I can put in my sewing plans. Don't get it mixed up. Doesn't mean that they will come out in August, but at least intend to sew up at least 1 or 2 in August, and before the year ends, really.
Yeah, that's good.
And I was supposed to pick out,
except for you shall sew it within 1 month.
I told you she's a bit bossy. I didn't tell you, but she's a bit bossy. Okay, now we're going to select a few pieces.
I will show you the fabrics that we have. I've already made 2 things, but I plan on making a 3rd thing, and we're going to show you the fabric plans that we have, and I'm going to impart a little bit of advice here and there if it's needed.
If it's needed.
To Josie. Yeah.
Okay. Let's show you the fabrics, the patterns I've selected, and also the fabrics, and Hila will advise me on which ones we think might flatter me much better. I've been ambitious and selected more than one for this particular one because it's a nice one, really. And that's pattern number, it's a tunic top 109.
Tunic top 109.
This one.
Coming right up.
And this is, it's just your basic top, really. It has no closures whatsoever, which is a plus to me. I don't like working with zips, and I would also meet buttons wherever I get a chance to, but I can do them. Then it has that's really so they give a bit of shaping there, and something that Hila doesn't like and also that I don't like are these straps on the arms. Honestly,
are you gonna make those?
Who wants straps falling in your food when you're cooking? I'm not going to take off clothes.
Listen, if we lived the lifestyle, okay, where we had maids and nannies and stuff like that, and we never had to pick up our own kids, and we never had to make our own coffee, and we could just hold our hands up and just always be like,
beautiful,
over here, can I have a coffee, please?
And swing the straps.
Yeah, and just swing, and if our job was just kind of like waving, we could wear that.
We could wear that.
But we're working women, we have to cook food. You can't be stirring your spaghetti bowl with your thingies over there
dangling into the food.
To be fair, to be perfectly fair, it's just, it doesn't suit our lifestyle.
No, it doesn't.
But if it should happen that we just become millionaires and we're able to live those lifestyles, I'm sure that will be kind of like except for we probably have a tailor and we just say to the tailor, make that for us.
And now that will be sad. It will have taken away the thing that gives us joy. So in other news, that's not happening for now.
Yes, but
if you see these straps, I'm going to omit them. And being me, I'm getting an obsession with bishop sleeves, adding an elastic to hold them in place.
Bishop sleeves, I love them. But let's see your fabric.
Okay, and my fabrics, I have 2 I've chosen. It's recommended for viscose, so I've got this. This is a viscose.
I ignore fabric recommendations.
Are you serious? She's a rebel.
I do. I go completely off-road, off-piste. And there's only been, I think, 2 times that it's bit me in the bum when I've ignored the fabric recommendations.
And I should have been there to laugh at you. And the good one, actually, I respect fabric recommendations. I'm not a rebel like Hila. That's the difference between the two of us. Most actually like, just use that fabric. I'm like, no. So this is a viscose dobby.
Oh, I love
this. It's in mustard ochre. Which color would you call it? Yellow.
They call it definitely call it an ochre.
Yeah. It's drapey. I bought it from Felicity Fabrics, where they had a sale. Is a dobby fabric. If you can see the little, what do they call it? The dobbies. Let's call them dobbies. Yeah. This is my first pick, and with this, I know it's a good autumn color, actually. So I could wear it over jeans because it's a tunic top. I could just wear a simple top with this. Alternatively, I also have this viscose, what they also call rayon chalet.
Rayon chalet. I like to call it chalet. Give it a French twist to it.
It makes it more modest.
Yes,
modern.
Darling, this is rayon chalet.
Don't play with it as if it won't crease as much as everything else. And this is Secamo Print. It has your greens, darks. It's a winter version. Actually, this shouts out all winter.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether it looks nice on my skin tone, but I think it should be alright.
You're lucky. You've got a skin tone that goes with just about everything.
Actually, even when I try to choose which fabric for flatter me, I put it out there and people are like, "Oh, that matched you." I'm like, "Did it?"
Yeah. Your skin tone.
Oh,
you
brilliant.
just.
Thank you.
I'm yet to see a fabric that doesn't look good against you.
She's so kind.
I'm
She's so
not.
sweet.
I'm not. You were just saying I'm bossy and whatever. I can't be
No,
bossy
you're
and
good.
kind.
No, that wasn't right. I rubbed that out. She's so sweet.
But
She says the
truthful.
right thing.
No, but truthful. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a green. It has your greens and whites and blacks. So I could use this if I get carried away and I make 2 versions of that. They're sure to come out of these 2 fabrics.
Okay. So I quite like the texture on here. So it's got like this woven twill texture to it.
Actually,
Yeah. So I think it gives it like a really nice.
And it's more stable than this.
Yeah.
So
It is. I mean, so can I just ask a few questions about this one? Have you thought about, because this style has got a v-neck, quite a deep v-neck, and the v-neck isn't a straight one, it's got a curve, which means that this is going to be slightly on the bias, and you'll need to stabilize it with the facing. Are you going to use the same fabric for the facing, or are you going to use a different one?
Same, but also use interfacing for the facing.
So you're happy with having the little dobbies against your skin?
Yeah, I think they're soft enough. You hardly feel them.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that's something that I would think about if I was working with a textured fabric like this, because this is textured, is about what fabric you would use for the facing, because you could have the texture against your skin.
Alternatively, you could use it inside out, but the problem that the interfacing might not get onto the bumps.
Yeah.
I'll see about that. Now that's something to consider. Really.
So like if I was making this, I would use a different maybe like a cotton lawn, but something that's just a plain fabric
against the skin,
and have that against the skin, because I'm quite sensitive. I don't like
things that icky your skin.
Yeah, so you know, I would say that with the textured one, maybe just something to think about. But if I had to pick between the 2, I know you didn't ask me, but I'm just going to volunteer my opinion anyway. Is that I think that this has got the perfect drape for it, and especially since you're saying
I have lots of this. Actually, I have 3 meters of this. So.
Yeah. And I can see you wearing this a lot more in winter than this one, because this one, I think, even though it's a summery color, a winter color, the fabric is definitely a summer fabric because this is woven, whereas this is slightly an autumn winter fabric. Yeah. So this
might win at the look of things.
Yeah. I mean, this you would probably make this, but I'm betting you'd wear this more in summer.
Yeah. That's the thing, honestly.
Yeah. Summer or spring.
Because it's lightweight, you need it breathable. It's your best summer, spring breathable fabric. Really.
Yeah, but beautiful fabric, so.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's put this away.
Okay.
Then we shall move on to our skirt pattern now. That's skirt number 1, pattern number 112. Okay, there we go.
A-line skirt with some princess seams. Yeah,
it's actually matched up with the top with. So unfortunately, the colors might not match. I might never wear them together. But
you still can. Pattern mixing is a thing. I'm just saying.
Trust Hila, who is so daring, who matches up everything. Yeah, but this is a skirt. Have you made this skirt already yourself?
Yes, I have.
How is it an A-line skirt or a big
straight skirt? It is. The line drawing makes it seem like it's more pencil skirt. But it isn't. It is actually. It's got just a gentle A-line flare, and I love it. I should have brought it. I didn't know that this was one that you're picking, because we hadn't discussed what she's going to be doing. This is literally the first time I'm finding out. But I would have brought it to show it to you. But it's absolutely gorgeous, and I've gotten. I think I've worn it. I've worn it about 4 or 5 times.
Which fabric did you use for yours?
I used a stone-washed linen in black.
Is it a stable linen?
Or yeah, it's definitely a stable linen, and it's going to be a workhorse. Whatever you make with it, it is going to be a workhorse. Yeah.
I might reconsider the fabric choice. I chose this is a cotton satin. Since it's an A-line, I don't know how it will drape in this, and it's a bit stable fabric, so I'll see how we get along. It's a cotton satin.
I think it will work with this.
Actually,
Yeah,
it's heavy.
yeah, because
medium
it's got the structure
Yeah,
to
it
hold,
has the
and
structure.
the A line is very subtle.
Subtle, yeah.
Yeah, and so I think that it will work with this absolutely.
It's a red and navy blue. It's got what would you call this print really?
It's a geometric abstract.
Geometric
an
abstract, yeah.
geometric print. I actually have this fabric
Yeah,
now.
actually you do, and you
Yes.
never sold up with it.
No, not yet. So you bought
I
this,
bought it, you
and
saw
then
it.
you showed it to me, or I saw it when I came to visit you, and then I went and I bought it as
Had
well.
we known we would have made the same skirts in the same fabric, then we would have walked around like
Uh-huh.
those twins moving around town. Yeah, so I'm hoping to use this for that. It's quite stable. It has some, I think it has about it stretches a bit. I think it has about 2% stretch. It stretches across here.
Yeah, it's about 2%.
2% stretch, so it's a cotton satin. I've got lots of it. I also have 3 meters of it.
Hila approves. This is the
Yeah.
Hila approved thingy.
Right.
Yeah, your Burda buddy says yes.
Yes.
I
so
think that this is going to
will
be
be
banging.
the skirt. It will be, the fact that you love your skirt so much, I'm so sure I'll love mine in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the skirt.
Awesome. So what do we have? What's next?
The Jazzy top, that's just number 103.
Yeah.
Hope it's clear. I know the model is lying down so we can't see what it looks
Oh yeah,
like.
yeah. She's in a silly pose. It's great for fashion. It's a great fashion pose.
But not for sewing.
No, not if you want to look at the details of the pattern, you know.
It's an interesting top. It's got a V-neck and it has raglan sleeves, really. That makes it a quick make. I love raglan sleeves. I love everything. And then a V-neck. I know they only had bits into it. It will be putting together the V-neck. But it shouldn't be really complicated.
No, it isn't. I actually have a picture of it on my blog post because I already wrote the blog post for this because I also made this top.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I didn't know. Like if I had known, I would have actually brought both of them so that you could see them. But it is actually quite simple. The neck band is made up of 2 pattern pieces that you just sort of like fold up, and then you sew them together and then you fold them.
So it's not folded. Did you have to stabilize any?
No, I didn't.
Which fabric did you use?
I used a digital cotton jersey that I got from Fabrics for All. So it's like a really bright popping one, and it's got a it's a very low V-neck, so it's one of those that shows your collarbones. So it kind of like goes like it goes like that.
Actually, it shows it there.
Yeah. So it's very elegant. Whenever I'm wearing it, I just find myself
sitting straight,
you know, just being like, you know. It's very weird. It's so weird when clothes do that to you.
Yeah, actually clothes do that to you when you feel elegant. You don't walk aimlessly. You just feel like you should match up. You wear the right lipstick and look them.
Yeah. So it is really quite nice. And let's see the fabric.
They recommend it for textured knits. This time I went for a viscose. I'm not sure if this will work, if it won't drape around here. It might not work. You see the look on her face.
You know me, I'm always truthful with you. I'm never going to sugarcoat stuff for you, but I feel like this fabric is way too drapey.
They've got a version B of the same one, which is more drapey, but I'm not keen on the
silk jersey. But if you look at the pictures of that one, you can see that the neckline is a little bit floppy because it's drapey. So if you want to go for a cowl necky type look, let's see if we can find it.
Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about. Yeah.
So
this is the silk version one.
In the silk version, you can kind of see that the neck band is
folding over.
It's falling over because in the instructions you're not interfacing.
You're not interfacing it.
Of which you don't interface neck bands because they're supposed to gather
and be able to stretch over your head.
So you wouldn't be able to do that. So if you're okay with having kind of like a slightly floppy one,
I'm glad you came.
This fabric, it's way too drapey.
It's way too drapey
for that. Yeah.
So this
a way around it might be if you've got, say, like a cotton jersey fabric in black and you wanted to do the neckline
I've got the black
as a contrast, but you need something that doesn't have this drape in order to have that neckline.
I could use black cotton jersey pardon me, for the neckline, and then stay with this. This will be drapey for it, and because the first version is made in a textured jersey, which is much stable. I'll see what to do with this. I could use a different neckline actually. The black would blend in nicely with the colorful red.
Yeah,
that will be revised. I'll show you what I'll have made.
And also the fit on this, I think because they used a textured jersey for it, it's not as form-fitting. So with your drapey one, I would probably go down a size because this sort of viscose jersey
stretches a lot.
It does stretch out, and when you're wearing it, because your body heat just relaxes that elastin, it just becomes more very baggy. So I would say go down a size if you're
So are you trying to say that I changed my fabric choice and this fabric won't work?
If you're willing to do the adjustment, make it smaller, use a contrasting neckband, absolutely.
I think I'll look for another fabric for this.
If you're married to this fabric choice for that top, you can make it work. But if you're not,
I'm not married to this fabric top. Yeah,
I would go with something that's a bit more substantial with not like a cotton jersey.
Yeah. So we moved on. That fabric won't be used. So let's move to a little girl's skirt. Every time my daughter sees fabric, she's like, "Mommy, is that for me? Are you making me something?"
I get that a lot.
Oh. And how do you handle? Because she has twins. I wonder how she handles that. If I struggle to make
we need to do a video on how to for both your kids when they keep asking you stuff for them, and how to not sound selfish every time you say I'm making something for myself.
Actually, because she looks at me and she's like, "Mommy, is that yours again?"
Yeah. Well, no, mine are like, "Are you making something for?" "Oh, I love this."
Don't get attached.
Yeah.
They're about to tell us you've got many dresses and I don't have many, because my daughter lately loves dresses and skirts. Do you know, before I used to make clothes for church, dresses. This is for church, but now with the lockdown and church is not happening anytime soon, so she picks out clothes. I'm like, "But that's for church." Like, I'm not going anywhere. So she wears it, wears her necklace, and walks around the house, goes to the trampoline. So a skirt will make her glad. She loves everything girly. And I'm looking at this skirt. This is pattern number 129. It comes in two versions. One can be used as a ballet skirt, but we don't do ballet in this house, so we might make this, and it's recommended for stable, lightweight fabrics. And this is a cotton lawn I've used before, and you just need half a meter, and I think this is half a meter. I cut off. I used half meter for something. This will be enough for the skirt. I'll make it do, because it's a simple small skirt. Unfortunately, she's growing out of the Burda style kids sizes. Do they have any magazines for girls who are above 7 patterns? No. So I think she's going
some of the kids patterns, they do the teenager ones. So I think in 2019 there were only 2 issues that had the teenage sizes. Yeah.
So now they have a few.
But it isn't. But Otobri. I just did the Otobri.
Oh, do they have the teenager size?
Oh, yeah. Otobri goes all the way to height 176.
Oh,
yeah, because like I've looked at Otobri patterns, and the teen ones, I've been like, I could make those. I would just need to adjust for the bust. But they do the missus, what they call the missus thingy.
Oh,
but
that's brilliant.
Yeah. So you're always welcome to dive into my kids sewing magazine thingy.
Then we shall become Otobri buddies or something.
Yeah. Oh no, we need something that goes Otobri. Oh, something. I don't know. Yeah.
There we go. So this is an interesting skirt. Actually, it seems an easy make. It's a quick make, and I think what they use for the binding on top is fold over elastic.
I love fold over elastic.
It takes away the guess game. It's just a wrap skirt with a button on the side, and this should be a quick make. It will make her the happiest girl, and I'll be the best mom ever. So that's what I've chosen from here, and that's what I've selected from this issue, and I'm excited about them. Now that Hila has made 2 of the versions, I'll look at her version and I'll see how I can imagine.
Yeah, I wish I could have known. I would have brought them for you to have a look
and
at.
Also for the rest of you to be inspired.
Okay, all right, okay. So I decided to sew along with my Burda buddy. Yeah. And I'm gonna be doing dress number 102 as well. I love.
Is it the same one that appears in the red? No, the red one.
No, the red one is longer and it's got straps at the front. But I wanted something short, to show off a little bit of the leg. And I quite like the little keyhole button at the front where you can.
So it has the closure button at the back. What's the closure?
Yeah, it's got a button at the back.
Oh, it's zipper. Oh, it's
yeah, it's got a button, but I'm probably going to switch that out for a zipper because in the past when they've had a yoke at the back and just a button, it gapes open. It
gapes open,
and I don't like that. So I will be putting in a zipper, an invisible, a short invisible zipper at the back, because then you don't have the gaping. Because the plan is I'll be wearing this in autumn
and winter.
And the last thing I want is in the back of my somewhere where cold wind.
Hila, she lets somebody in the winter months. I thought I feared the cold, but she fears it.
No, I cannot stand being cold. Or it's because I've got that thing where I suffer from poor circulation. I've got Raynaud's syndrome, so I have to be very careful. So I can't be doing with, especially on the back. The front one won't be so bad. It's fine because I'll probably be wearing a thermal vest underneath anyway. But it's with the back. No, I can't do that. So the fabric that I've chosen, I don't know what the fabric recommendation is, by the way, because I don't look at them.
Viscose crepe. I'll tell the rest.
Well, this is a viscose fabric that I have. I like this fabric. Because it's got some nautical vibes, because it's navy and it's got little bits of red and they're triangulary. And so I thought, this would make amazing. This would make a good transitional
and the little buttonhole.
Over there. Fabulous. So this is the fabric that I'm going to be using.
So you've already made 2, and that's going to be your 3rd make from this magazine.
Oh yeah, 3rd make from the magazine. I haven't made this one, so it will be the 3rd make from the magazine. I mean, I plan on making a lot more stuff out of that.
It's actually a good one.
But as you do with Burda, you have them for the rest of your sewing life. I think it does bring us to the end of this recording. Unintentionally super long recording. Didn't mean for it to go so long. But
hope you got a cup of tea.
But this is what happens. So sometimes we'll call each other just to do like a quick catch up, and it would just end up being like a 2-hour video or 1 or 2 hours. No, chat, not video. Just like a video chat. So
we've not seen each other since lockdown.
I know. This is the first time that we've seen each other since lockdown.
So it was expected. So we apologize for that. But enjoy a cup of tea. If you notice it's going on for so long, go make a cup of tea. You've already watched it now, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you for watching. And if you're watching and you're not subscribed to this channel, you're welcome.
Smash that subscribe button. Smash it.
And don't forget to press the bell icon so you're notified whenever we upload a new video. It has been Josie and Hila today. Thank you for watching.
Next time, I'm going to be raiding Josie's wardrobe and trying out her clothes to see if there's some patterns that I should be getting. So you got that to look forward to. Hit the like button if you'd like us to do that.
If you if you want to see more of this recording, let us know.
Let us know in the comments box down below.
And I'll bring her more. I'll probably go to her studio one of these days. Because she's my bubble, so we are not.
We're bubble. We're bubble buddies. We're Burda bubble buddies.
Sorry,
I
let me cut her hole. Bye. See you. Bye. Bye.
Bye.